Hello, everybody. We are going to talk about Nearpod and the ton of resources that Nearpod has. And I would like to show you how to push a lesson out to your students so that it can be self-paced. Okay. So to get started, we're going to hop into Nearpod here. Now, I'd like you to check this earlier rather than later because we may need Joey to activate your account. We do have a school account, which opens up a ton of options for you. Okay. I've been using Nearpod for a while, so I just come right into my Nearpod. I'm logged into my Chromebook, so it knows it's my Octavera account. And that's one thing you want to make sure that you're into your Octavera account. Now, this is the home screen for Nearpod, and you'll see that I have some lessons already from before. Okay. For you, there's a couple different ways to search. Okay. This one right here would be to search your library. So let's just say you've been using Nearpod for a while. You have hundreds of lessons on here. You would want to search that potentially here. The way to get going, though, and just to kind of take a look and see what's out there, is to use the Nearpod lesson library. When I click on that, I can refine my search a lot of different ways. The first way, and this is usually where I start, is I just come down to here and I take a look at what they've already pulled out for me. Okay. So if I'm, an ELA teacher, math, science, social studies, and I pop in here, these are the top lessons that have been created. And this is a way for you to take a look at them. You'll notice that it tells you the grades that it's looking for. Okay. And you can kind of start from here. All right. And you can dive a little bit deeper. If you're a world history teacher and you want to review some concepts of world history, then you can take a look more. All right. I seem to be running a little slow here. Uh, okay. So that's how you could take a look at those. Okay. While I'm waiting for that to load up, you also could refine your search from down here. Okay. You can select the specific standard if you wanted to review a specific standard. Okay. We can come down to Pennsylvania. All right. Or, you know, you can come through and find the grade levels that you teach. This part down here is really cool because it has a lot of the different types that there are. So if you're interested in virtual reality, you would look for just the virtual reality that are out there. Okay. And you don't always have to have an iPad or the goggles. You can do the virtual reality with your Chromebook. Okay. If that's what you're interested in. Okay, so if I come through here, this VR is for a K to 2, right? I could look for a K to 6 to 8, okay, 9 to 12 for these different life skills here. I can preview the bundle, and we have access to all the bundles because we have the educators package. Okay, really cool, interesting things here. If you're looking for something more of a skill-based piece, you can dive into the subjects here. Once you go through, and let's just say I like this one here and I take a look at it. Once I come in through here, the first thing I'm going to want to do to be able to send it and push it to my students is add it to my library. Okay. So let's just say you've looked through this. It looks really cool. You think the kids would really like it. It would be a great way to enrich and enhance what you've already talked about that you can go through with this here. Okay. Um, I'm going to add it to my library. So now it's going to show up in my home. So I'm going to head back to home here, my library. This is how I'll be able to push it to students. Okay. I found this one before. I like this one. And this was a civics, 3 branches. It's a gamified quiz. Looked really cool. If we were in school, you would do the live lesson, and then the students in front of you would be able to play this game in front of you. Since we are not in school, and since we're going to be teaching asynchronously with the students, it's going to be student paced. Okay. And all I did was I brought my mouse and I hovered over top of it. Okay. Student paced. Couple different ways. Now, if you're at the OIS, you'll have the opportunity to use your Google Classroom. If you're at junior, senior high, then you can take this link and you'd be able to put it onto your Schoology. You're going to want to make sure that you copy this code for the students as well, because this is what will allow them to get into the lesson that you created. Okay. So for Google Classroom, I can simply just come down to Google Classroom. I can find the classes that I'd like to share this with. So for me, I have a practice classroom that I work with. I can choose my action. I'm just going to create material for the students. We're not doing assignments yet. This is all about enriching and optional work for the students. So I can make that announcement. Either way kind of works. Okay. I can create the material and then I can go and I can push it from there. So this would be about civics game. My Nearpods here. You'll notice that the last part is the code. So I would just put that in the description. Use this code IHCTF. Okay, I can post it to all of my students. If I have a topic that I've used, I can create it and I can put it into my topic there. This is all just kind of good parts for Google Classroom. Really, the same kind of rings true for Schoology, except instead of hitting the Google Classroom button, I'd be using the link button. Okay, I'd be using the link button and I'd be sharing this. I'd be sharing that code, IHCTF. Okay, I'll post it just to put it in there. Okay, and then for the Schoology and the Google Classroom piece here, you'll see that it shows up. Okay, civics game. You can see I practiced with adverbs before. It's all right here. And when I click on it, when the students click on it, it'll take them through Google Classroom to here. Okay, they can put their name, they can join the session, and then they're ready to go within Nearpod. Okay, Nearpod's a wonderful resource. They have a ton of material. Going through the lesson library to your heart's content. There's a ton of amazing pieces to take a look at. College tours, explorations, Ignite. This would be these field trips here. This would be a great way to have our students use the technology to take them to places that they really want to be able to go to before. So I hope you enjoy searching through Nearpod. There's some really amazing resources in here for you. And if you need any help, as always, please don't hesitate to reach out.